Good afternoon. You're watching Mirror Now with me, Pooja Rajput. Let's get started with some breaking news coming in from war-torn Ukraine. And Russia has once again escalated its assault on the people of Ukraine. It's day 25 and Russia has once again, for the second time, fired hypersonic missiles in its attempt to capture the capital, Kyiv. Now, it's for the second time that Russia has claimed a strike marked by the nuclear-capable advanced weapons in the Ukraine war. But how deadly is this new missile? I'm joined by my colleague Tanima Biswas from the newsroom. Tanima, please give us a lowdown on this new nuclear weapon being used by Russia.
Let's understand exactly what exactly is the nature of this hypersonic missile that Russia is now claiming that it has used in Ukraine for the second time. If we look at some of the features here, which we have pulled up for our viewers, it's a nuclear-capable air ballistic missile that has in fact been used by Russia for the second time. It's high-precision and maneuverable weapon, and it's also flying at a speed of 10 times the speed of sound. That's the claim. That's the claim apparently made by Russia in terms of this particular missile. And it can carry missiles up to the weight of 480 kgs, and it does not follow a predetermined trajectory, which means that it can be commanded to steer its direction to a different direction from the predetermined trajectory, which is the usual manner in which most missiles function. Now, remember, a lot of this about the Russian invasion into Ukraine is now stemming down to the weaponry which is being used by both sides. Remember that Ukraine, in Zelensky's latest appeal to the US president, he had in fact asked for more aid in terms of military aid from US, and that is what we have primarily been seeing being given from the US side to Ukraine as well. So the latest in weapons technology which has been given from the US government to Ukraine to aid them in this particular war against Russia. And we are seeing that Russia is also now escalating its onslaught into Ukraine by using what it claims to be this extremely powerful and, according to them, highly effective hypersonic missile. Earlier, this is just information, of course, trickling in about the second weapon, but earlier we saw that they had claimed that they used this particular missile in order to target a weapon storage site into Ukraine. So clearly now it's coming down to the brass tacks over here, where we are seeing both sides are actually escalating. While Ukraine is getting military aid from big other countries which are helping out Ukraine, specifically US in terms of military aid, we can also see Russia actually escalating and building up on the kind of weapons that they're using to target Ukraine. And of course, as we know, we are almost entering into we are almost covering a month of Russian invasion into Ukraine, and they are now pulling all stops in order to attack Kyiv and in order to siege Kyiv, so to speak.
Well, thank you, Tanima, for all those details. Moving on, the relentless shelling by the Russian forces in the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, has left lakhs of people homeless. From striking the government offices to shelling apartment complexes and schools, the Russian invasion has left behind a trail of destruction in Kyiv. Take a look at the special ground report.
Strange. It's like something unbelievable. It's like from the movie. Something from the movie came in my real life.
Чем больше Путину надо больше уничтожить украинского народа. Все.
Huge mistake, destroy the Kharkiv and Mariupol. How many mistakes they do it? How many civilians have to killed? And after that to explain about mistake from Russian forces.
Такое дело.
It's not possible to do like this.
Нет.
На детей нападать.
От. А тут глибина, яка дозволяє хоч тут сиро, і трошки такі умови, що можна простудитися, але йдеш на це, тому що життя більш важливе.
And now shifting focus to other stories from the war-torn Ukraine. A satellite image has revealed the images of the theater in Mariupol that was destroyed in a Russian airstrike. The image made available by a tech company reveals significant damage in and around the building. Remember, 1,000 people were taking shelter in the building when it was attacked. Smoke drifted across Kyiv's skyline as the sun set on the 24th day since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The smoke follows Russian strikes on the northwestern suburbs of the Ukrainian capital, Bucha, Hostomel, Irpin and Moshu. Some Ukrainian refugees in Poland were seen weighing the risk of returning home despite the ongoing war in their homeland. A busy train station in the Polish-Ukrainian border has become a hub for refugees fleeing the war. Meanwhile, in Moldova as well, refugees continued to move across the border. Those fleeing the Russian invasion spoke of the difficult decisions to leave their homes, where they ultimately hope to return. The UN has estimated that fighting has led to more than 3.3 million people fleeing Ukraine. Kyiv mayor visited a checkpoint on the outskirts of the city where Ukrainian soldiers have built trenches to halt the advancement of Russian troops. Remember, the Russian troops continue to rain lethal fire on Ukrainian cities, including capital Kyiv. And Pope Francis paid a visit to some Ukrainian children who escaped the Russian invasion in their homeland and are currently being treated at the Vatican's pediatric hospital in Rome. The Vatican said that the hospital is currently tending to 19 Ukrainian refugees.